The ultimate challenge, the right to call yourself the fastest man on Earth, is the official land speed record, currently at 633 miles an hour in thrust 2. 28 men have held the record. 5 have died attempting it. For many, breaking it became an obsession.
When you get involved with these world's record attempts, they are very demanding, and I will never forget the words that were said to me by my dear old friend Leo Villa. He said, "Boy, there's 2 things I want to tell you." He said, first of all, think very carefully, because if you ever start, you will never be able to leave it alone. And secondly, however long you're at it, you will never get used to the atmosphere. And on both counts, dear old Leo Villa was absolutely right.
Nowadays, there are 2 records, one for wheel-driven, the other for thrust-powered vehicles. Spirit of America was the first jet to break the record, when Craig Breedlove brushed with death.
Moving out. He's on course, looking good. Here he comes, moving fast. He's past the 8 and really standing on it. He's looking good. He's roaring. He's coming into the mile. He's really moving. He's out of the mile. I see his smoke trail. Something came off of the car. He lost his chute. He lost his chute.
I got down somewhere in the neighborhood of 450 and fired my emergency chute, and of course it was gone. And at that point, you know, I really knew I had a problem.
He's approaching the 2. Man, he's really moving. He's past the 2. I see him coming. He's out of control. He's coming. He's moving right along. He's really pouring it on. Here he comes.
I went over an embankment and then skipped across this pond that they had and ended up submerged in a canal and had to swim from the car. And that, of course, that's, you know, that's what made me famous.
I'm not doing it again. What a ride. Go for my next trick.
The rules governing a land speed record are detailed and precise. They were formalized in 1924 after years of controversy, while the record rose from 39 miles an hour to 146. To be officially recognized, the record must be the average of 2 timed runs, one in each direction, through a measured mile or kilometer. In the 20s, Sunbeam cars took the record 5 times, driven by the 2 great rivals of the period, Henry Seagrave and Malcolm Campbell. Seagrave reached 152 miles an hour in this Sunbeam on Southport Beach. Today, it remains as fast as ever.
163.33.
As the record-breaking cars got faster, Europe ran out of suitable sands and circuits to drive on. 174 miles an hour was the fastest speed achieved by Campbell on Pendine Sands in Wales. Seagrave and Campbell came to Florida to continue their contest, to Ormond Beach, Daytona, with its 15 miles of uninterrupted sand. Since 1903, regular speed weeks had been held here, with record attempts, official and unofficial. The city's proud of its contribution to speed. Here, Seagrave was the first to beat the 200-mile-an-hour barrier. In those depression years, an attempt on the land speed record was a carnival occasion. Thousands turned out to watch. They were rarely disappointed as the 5-ton Bluebird with its great aeroplane engine shot by. A change of tyres and off for the return run and another record. Years old by now, Campbell, in 4 visits to Daytona, raised the record to 272 miles an hour. The Bonneville Salt Flats, remote, desolate, and so vast you can see the curvature of the Earth on its horizon. Mile after mile of hard, flat desert make it the ideal place to drive cars to their limit. Since 1935, this has been the usual home of the land speed record. On the sun-baked surface, 2 Englishmen came in pursuit of Campbell's crown. George Easton, in his Silver Thunderbolt, a twin-engine 7-ton monster, broke the record 3 times, reaching 357 miles an hour. His rival was John Cobb. On the eve of the outbreak of war, Cobb snatched the record, driving a lighter car, the Railton. After the war, he returned to Bonneville and clocked up 394 miles an hour, a record no one would touch for years. The quest for speed is pursued at Bonneville to this day. For 6 months a year, members of speed clubs meet to put their courage and engineering skills to the test. For most of them, the speeds in the history books are merely dreams. The satisfaction here is to take a car designed and painstakingly assembled in the backyard or garage and drive it flat out.
Bonneville is the ultimate. This is really the only place in the world that we can do this. It's a great place.
Still on course. Shooting for 291, remember, hit a 234, 943 on Friday.
Once you get involved in a salt flats project, it's pretty hard to walk away from it. It's kind of an addictive thing. If you look around at the people, many of them have been here for 30 years or more. And there's newcomers all the time, but the same people keep coming back year after year after year. Fools rush in. Okay. 10 years later, we still haven't gone 300. We're starting to knock on the door.
It really becomes an obsession. You talk to a lot of the racers here that we'll say are new. And new could be 7 or 8 or 10 years they've been running. They learned about Bonneville from something in magazines or whatever, or some friend, and they came up here probably and saw and maybe were able to work on a car or something. And usually when that happens, you've got him. He's hooked. And he'll come back every year. I mean, all of us have started like that.